Thanks for taking the time to watch Yukon Tech Tips. Today we're going to be going over some of the tools that you may find helpful for doing differential installation. When it comes to taking the bearings off of pinions and carriers, it's kind of a pain to get it back and forth to the press. It's a lot easier if you've got this bearing puller tool right here that Yukon provides. Clamshells slip over the bearings, hook it up to your air gun, it pulls them off without doing any damage. It's also really handy when you're putting in a new carrier on a newer vehicle that's got good bearings that you want to save. They can do anything from the great big 11.5-inch American axle differentials all the way down to just a little Dana 25. The clamshells will adapt to a bunch of different sizes. As far as the shims go, some of them shim from the outside of the bearing race instead of under the bearing. Getting these installed into the housing properly and getting the right preload on it can be very difficult to get them in. Having the Yukon shim driver will allow you to get that carrier installed, get the shims put in, and you can just hit that with a dead blow. It'll drive the shim in properly, then you'll have your properly installed preloaded carrier. Also, we have bearing race drivers that allow you to put the bearing race into the differential much simpler. You get it all the way up inside of there and smack it with your dead blow. The race is driven home properly. It's going to do the job correctly. We have an assorted size of these or an entire kit that'll do almost any bearing race out there. You're also going to want to have just a simple dial caliper. As basic as it sounds, you want to measure your shims in the thousandths, and that's making for all of your correct adjustments and your backlash, your preload. That is going to be a really, really important tool to have. Thanks for taking the time to watch Yukon Tech Tips. Again, if you have any tech questions on this subject, please feel free to give us a call at 800-330-2206.